Anyone who's ever played Monopoly knows how the typical game goes. First, a scramble for property. It's a giant game of hungry hippos. Roll, buy, repeat. Next, there's a lull. No monopolies, no trading, nothing to do. Eventually, someone gets a monopoly, and if they have half a brain, they build houses, collect rent, and build more houses. In a good game, there's some competition, but even if more than one player has a monopoly, it's still just a waiting game of whose property will be landed on first. And if there's only one monopoly, it's much worse. Either way, a slow, painful death begins for all but one player. The rest of the game can take an hour or 6, but it's just Monopoly theater, continuing to play even though the winner is obvious. Now, compare that with the simplest game there is, Uno. Play a matching card and pick up more if you can't. The goal is simple, get rid of your cards. As you get closer to winning, you have fewer cards in your hand, making matches less likely. This naturally balances the game, even with luck involved. If this is Monopoly, stale and boring, this is Uno, up and down, always uncertain. Make a list of Monopoly's flaws and you'll realize just how bad it is. It's mostly luck-based, there's lots of waiting on other players, there's a big lull before Monopolies, little trading ever happens, balance is rare, and the outcome is clear early on. So if you dislike Monopoly, I can't blame you, but I think the amount of hate it gets is unfair. But hold that for a second, let's talk about Papers, Please. This is a game where you work as a passport inspector for a dystopian government. You deny entrance to helpless immigrants, separate families, and lie, all to feed your family. Now, I love this game, but it's not fun. Most of your time is spent looking at boring documents. Make a tiny mistake and you get a citation, which means no food for your family. Even its biggest fans find it nerve-wracking and stressful. But we love it because we know that every annoyance was designed to teach us something. It's an experience. Now, Monopoly is much more like Papers, Please. It's not fun, but it is good. Everything you dislike was designed to make you feel capitalism. The ridiculously unfair power of a monopoly is purposeful, and the emphasis on luck is no mistake. If it were fun, it wouldn't really be meaningful. Hating Monopoly is like hating 12 Years a Slave because it wasn't enjoyable to watch. That's not really fair, you're using the wrong criteria. So if Papers, Please and Monopoly are so similar, why is one hated and the other loved? I blame marketing. Monopoly is advertised as family fun, setting the wrong expectations. Papers, Please knows what it is, art. When you get frustrated playing Monopoly, you're looking at the box thinking, you lied, this isn't fun. Monopoly lets you experience its message firsthand, which is pretty neat, but it should be advertised as such, not as a family game like Uno. A university professor actually tried to correct for some of these flaws with what he called AntiMonopoly, his own take on the game. And when Parker Brothers sued him for copyright infringement, they further proved the critique on capitalism of their own game.